we're talking with Jeff, whose mother-in-law has passed. Apparently, we did the Medicaid work for her and the trust work and all that. So now that she's passed, the question a couple months ago now, and then the question is, what are the next steps? Um, well, whenever someone passes and they have stuff, and there's a house out there, what you want to do is make sure that the assets go to the people who are supposed to get them. Because we did the trust, and I haven't looked at it in this case, but I know how we do them every single time. So I'm confident that the house is going to be in the trust. We're not going to go through probate. We would sell the house through the trust. Now the money is in the trust, plus whatever other assets we preserved as part of the Medicaid. So now where we want to get to is that the cash is in the trust. Now it comes time to distribute the cash to the family members. Jeff, is your wife an only child? Is she the only beneficiary?
No, she has a brother.
Okay. So we would give probably, I'm guessing, equal shares to each, right? So,
Yes.
yeah. So your wife, I'm guessing she's the trustee. So what she would do is, and we can help out with this, get the house sold. The money comes in. We have to give notices. We have to account for the money, how much there was, how it got sold, all the rest. So the brother knows that everything's above board. But we're not going to go through any public process on that. That will be between the two of them. Once the accounting has been done, the bills have been paid, we will send all the beneficiaries. Your wife is the trustee, but she's also beneficiary. So she would say, she would sign the statement, and brother would as well, saying that this is the correct accounting. Your wife did everything great. Everything was super. Don't argue about anything. And once you sign off on that, right, now we can go ahead and distribute whatever's left, the proceeds, the cash. What happens almost all the time is that your wife, your brother-in-law get a check. The problem with getting a check, the problem with getting a pillowcase of cash, all right, the problem with that is it's now vulnerable. It's an open season for anybody who thinks they owe you money, who thinks you owe them money. The other way around. Thinks you owe them money, right? And that includes long-term care. And you've got what you guys have got in terms of your finances. Well, if one of you needs long-term care, then your finances are at risk. But the way it's usually handled, the way inheritances are usually handled, the inheritance now is at risk to the long-term care. Now, that's not how we do it. So instead of your wife getting a check, what she gets is a trust created by mom after death, created in her trust. Your wife gets her own little trust, like a safe deposit box. And the money is in the safe deposit box so that your wife can use her key to the safe deposit box, because she'll be a trustee of the thing. She can have access to the funds, right? But it's set up in such a way, and I'm not going into all the details right now, but generally speaking, it's set up in such a way that Medicaid cannot touch it, that your creditors cannot touch it, all right? It's preserved for you. Use it. It's your money. It's your inheritance, your wife's inheritance. That's fine. But the way it's been set up, it doesn't count against you when the chips are down. So that would be one of the things that we would go over when you come to the office, and we say, okay, what's going on here? And we go step by step. If we did the Medicaid application, we'll have all the financial data from whenever that, however long ago that was. Plus, if you worked with us on doing the annual redeterminations, then all that information would have been updated at that point. Makes for a very smooth, very easy administration. But I think one of the big benefits of the approach that we take to doing this is that the inheritance is not going to count against you or your wife if you all need the long-term care. So what questions do you have for me? What haven't I touched on?
Well, I guess what I'm hearing from you is that we do have some time yet. There's nothing like the end of the year coming up or something that has to be done right away. The house is rented now, and my wife is, that was set up that my wife is renting the house and then subletting it to the people that are living.
Right.
And that money is going into the trust. But now that Mom has passed, is there some time there, or is there something else that has to be done? I hear you saying that the problem with people is they don't follow through.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to do, is
Right.
take your advice and follow through.
Right. So what I would say is on Monday, call the office, set up an appointment, come on in. It's tough over the radio because I'm not looking at documents and stuff, but what you're telling me is all lining up perfectly. Good. Sounds good. Just come on in and let's just kind of review the bidding and make a decision about how you want to go forward. The one thing is that brother, who's not the trustee, is entitled to an accounting, to notice, and all the rest of that. You don't want to let that go without giving him the notice. Now, he should be pretty happy with the way things are going, but you don't want to count on that, especially if, something happens to him and now you're dealing with a family member of his family who, wants their money yesterday. So, but if she died in October, I think we've got 60 days to give him notice, and I mean, he probably all communicating well, but the point is, let's check our boxes here, right? Let's make sure that you've complied so that there's no possibility of a problem later on. That's what I would be. That's what I'm saying. Okay. And I think
that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Absolutely right. So the best way to do that is just give us a call Monday. Come on in. It's going to be I expect that it'll be a fairly short meeting in terms of compared to what we're usually going through, where we're scrambling around trying to figure out what there is. If we did the Medicaid, we know what there is. We've done all those data sheets and stuff. But that would be the thing, Jeff.
Okay.
Just give us a call, 361-8400. We'll take care of it from there.